top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk, and it's Hayward, and it's Graham in at the point guard. And for Philadelphia, Howard is out there with Tobias Harris. And there's Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization. Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Graham kicks to Monk. Fires the three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Thibault. Graham defending. Takes the 13-footer. Second shot opportunity. Howard misses. About a minute played so far here in the first. Cloak loose. Back to Monk. There's the three. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And the dunk by Embiid.
When he's close to the rim, the attitude that Embiid brings is, "I'm dunking this thing."
The Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Graham, the pass to Monk. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Zeller kicks to Graham. Clock at 6. For three, Hayward.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Here's Thibault. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Thibault's got his second bucket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
True on the 14-footer.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The pass to Simmons. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Hornets trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. Three-pointer. Hayward drains it from beyond the arc.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
Now here's Simmons. The feed to Embiid. Off on the layup. Now Graham. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Now here's Simmons. Back to Embiid. Over Zeller, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Embiid's got his second basket of the night. Hornets trail by 3. Graham surveying the floor. Monk for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
Pass to Monk. Pass to Hayward. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. For three. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Here's Graham after the made shot from Joel Embiid. The shot's good from Monk.
You've got to get out on Monk now. He shoots a high percentage from outside the arc, and the form, perfect.
Here's Thibault. The drive by Simmons to the paint. Howard goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Graham with the ball. Guarded by Simmons. Graham, the pass to Washington. Kicks it to Graham. Over Simmons. Misses off the right eye. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Here's Embiid. A rebound by Washington. Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to the Heat in Miami. Hayward kicks to Graham.
Supported by great vertical explosiveness, Embiid continues to dominate as a rim protector.
The 76ers leading by 6. Simmons looking it over. Floats one up. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. And here is Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Rozier, he's checked in for Charlotte.
What's up?
That's good from Harris.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Passes to Embiid. Here's Thibault. He's covered by Zeller. Here's Thibault. Zeller grabs the board. Here's Hayward. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Lets a floater go. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 8.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Hayward goes in. Good D by Embiid.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Harris. It doesn't go for him. Hayward with some nice D.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Outside, Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Rozier with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Hayward outside. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Hook shot. Simmons dishes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Mark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia.
Here's Washington. He's guarded by Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
That's good from Rozier. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the 76ers. He's perfect from the line this time. Over the last decade or so, the Hornets haven't had a lot of success, Clark, in the draft.
Well, you take a look at it, guys, and they've traded away a multitude of picks, and picks that have turned into guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tobias Harris, 2 outstanding young players. They've missed on the picks they've kept. I think they've got to do a better job of building from within.
Hornets trail by 12. Now, here's Monk. He has 5. Rozier looking around. With the floater. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Strong move to the chin, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
High arcing shot, and it's good on the way up.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Philadelphia. 10-point lead. And there's the pass to Thybulle. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry from downtown. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Monk, no one around him. And again, the Hornets missing. Left side, Harris. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back right after this. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
The 76ers leading by 16. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Bridges out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Batum. And it's Biyombo at the 5. 6 to shoot. Here's Burks. Great D that time from Batum. The Hornets shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Pass to Rozier. On the wing, Batum. Harris against Hernan Gomez. To the middle, Rozier. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Rozier's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Hornets. Rozier against Curry. Pass to Burks. The baseline J. And he hits the jump shot.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Biyombo kicks to Rozier. It's stolen by Curry. Pass break, Philadelphia. Curry's got the ball. Burks' shot is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Biyombo. And the rejection by Embiid.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a deep three from Curry. You can't get that one to fall. And the Hornets now going the other way.
And James Borrego, in his second year as head coach, wants an offense that relies on quick decision-making. They are looking to attack defenses early.
And, you know, that kind of offense, Greg, is one that's not easy to put into place. You got to trust the players, and the players have to trust each other, and the players have to make good decisions. It's a steep learning curve, but I really think it's the ideal way to play once you get it all ironed out.
Howard finds Curry. Now here's Embiid. Covered by Biyombo. Curry wide open. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the rejection by Curry. And they get it back.
And check out the numbers for Tobias Harris. Coming off a terrific season. averaged about 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Curry passes to Harris. And here's Burks. Back to Harris. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Bridges. Count it. Good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Passes it to Harris. Burks with it. Rozier defending. Burks dishes to Harris. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Second chance effort. Now the pass to Bridges. He kicks to Batum. Over Harris. A shot by Batum. No good. Harris drives in. He doesn't hit that one. Hornets trail by 17. Now Batum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Inside, here's Rozier, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Good from Rozier.
big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
And so he makes both from the line. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4-on-5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
Hornets trail by 18. And here is Bridges. Burks pulls it in.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Milton's shot is good.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Rozier. He's got 8. Here's Gomez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Good on both. Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Kicks it to Harris. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Pass to Bridges. Now Rozier. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 5 to shoot. Graham with the ball. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Graham's got his first basket of the night.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Now, here's Burks. Tight defense on him. That one goes in. Burks has got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Rozier kicks to Bridges. He dishes it to Graham. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Lays it up off the glass. Hernan Gomez has got 6 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Milton the pass to Harris. Here's Milton, defended by Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
The first one falls.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
So he gets them both. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Harris drops them both.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the two critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
And the Hornets call time here. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And a chance to check out Joel Embiid here. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Bridges with it. The pass to Graham on deep, and the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Biyombo. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Hayward. Fires for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Hayward's got 11 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now here's Simmons. Graham defending. Outside Curry. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season, the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. Graham kicks to Hayward. On the clock. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Passes it to Milton. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Harris, good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Hayward passes to Rozier. Shoots. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Hayward can hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. Now Graham. Down low. Hayward passes to Hernan Gomez. Charlotte moving it around. Hayward goes in. Shoots over Embiid. And again, the Hornets missing. Curry kicks to Simmons. From outside the arc. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
Did we play? And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
You love guys who improve a little each year. Tobias Harris has become more consistent as a go-to scorer and a much better rebounder. He made some big plays in the first half.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.